How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 22. The Lions are coming off a disappointing loss to the Arizona Cardinals that was a step back in every single way from our victory over the Denver Broncos, and we're facing a team here in the Atlanta Falcons that might be ripe for an upset. They're missing their number one wide receiver, Calvin Ridley, to a dislocated ankle. He is done for the season, so maybe we've caught them at a good time here. But their team isn't the only team that will be trying out some different starters here today. David Blough will get the start at quarterback for the Lions after Jared Goff completed less than 33% of his passes last week against the Cardinals. Blough last saw significant game action back in 2019, where he threw for 4 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in relief of an injured Matthew Stafford. But this time he is getting the vote of confidence over incumbent starter Jared Goff, at least for today's game. Our passing offense has struggled all series, and I want to start diagnosing exactly where we need to upgrade. I know a fair amount of it is my play at the sticks, but we're going to be trying out some new faces here. With Blough getting the start at quarterback, you're going to see Isaiah Hodgins in the starting lineup at wide receiver, and I'd like to get Amon-Ra St. Brown some more looks as well, as he's actually one of the better wide receivers on this team at just 69 overall. We'll also welcome back second-year wideout and top receiving target Quintez Cephas. Hopefully his presence can help give this passing offense more consistency here today on the road in Atlanta, Georgia against the Falcons. Let's not waste any more time. Jack Fox is back and ready to get today's game underway. Week 16. We'll start with a deep kickoff to the end zone, and that will be taken for a touchback. Here comes the 36-year-old Matt Ryan. He spent his entire career with the Atlanta Falcons, and if this is his swan song, well, not the best season he's had, but not the worst either. 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and a decent game here today could put him over the 4,000-yard mark on the season. Here's the former Minnesota Viking Cordell Patterson on first down. He'll try the left side for about 3 yards, and that will lead to an early 3rd and 2. In the I formation, play action, and Ryan is swamped with pressure. He barely got that one away, and it's a very quick 3 and out for this Detroit defense. Nice start to the day, and the ball will be put in the hands of the career backup, David Blough. He's 26 years old and has only thrown 11 passes throughout this season, completing 5 of them for 37 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, but he will have a chance to improve on those numbers with the start here today. 2nd and 8, quick throw over the middle to a waiting Hunter Bryant, who falls ahead for 13 yards into Atlanta territory. So good field position here for Detroit as they start. Blough waiting, fires to the right side, and there is Amon-Ra St. Brown with a gain of 21 down to Atlanta's 21-yard line. The rookie runs a nice route against cover 2, and that will make it 1st and 10 for the Lions. Blough out of the pistol, he'll hand off to Jamal Williams, who falls ahead to the 15 on his 2nd carry of the day, gain of 6, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 high safeties for the Falcons. TJ Hawkinson lined up slot right. 4-man rush. Blough gets it away quickly. There's Isaiah Hodgins inside the 5 and down to the 2. Now Detroit with 3 chances to punch us in from just a couple of yards out, and they will open up 1st and goal, 5 wide for Blough, who will call his own number, and he lost the football. There's a pile for it, and it's recovered by the Falcons. And finally they whistle this play dead as the Atlanta Falcons get a turnover on 1st and goal, and Detroit leaves at least 3 points on the board. That was a pretty solid drive by the offense, all things considered, but the old turnover troubles came and bit them once again, as now Atlanta looks to get out from the shadow of their own goalposts here. 1st down carry by Gallman makes it 2nd and 5. The Lions will show blitz, and Ryan is ready for it. Quick throw to the flats. There's Kyle Pitts with nobody near him. Now Will Harris with a touchdown-saving tackle at the 45-yard line, as it's a gain of 45 for the Falcons to give them plenty of breathing room. So the young superstar tight end makes his presence felt early on in this one. 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's a pitch to the right side for Patterson, who fights through contact to about the 39-yard line. And that will lead to a 3rd and inches. 7 in the box for Detroit. Patterson gets the call, and he redirects and picks up about 1 yard. That's all he needed. 1st and 10 Atlanta, as the drive will continue. 2 tight ends on the right side of the formation for Ryan on 1st down. 3-step drop, plenty of time, and there is his man Russell Gage inside the 20 down to the 18 as Atlanta continues an impressive drive. Ryan will go to the shotgun on 2nd and 6. There's a single high safety look for Detroit, and the handoff again will go to Patterson, and he'll fight his way forward for about 4 yards, and that will bring up another 3rd and short. Detroit crowding the line of scrimmage again. Good penetration by McNeil, but it is not enough as Patterson fights his way forward to the 7. It's goal to go Atlanta with under 3 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Atlanta trying to finish a 95-yard drive here, but that pass is well defended by Oruwariye, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Goal line personnel in the game for Atlanta. Keith Smith, the fullback, will get the call. And I don't think he got there. We will take another look at this, but the ruling on the field is that he was down. And it does look like that knee is down before the ball crosses the plane. So 4th and goal, and Atlanta will go for it here. Ryan to the air, floats it to the end zone, and that is caught but out of bounds. Jeff Oduka with the heads-up play to keep Devin Funchess from coming down inbounds with the ball, and Detroit will escape with a goal line stand from the number 32 ranked defense in the league. So maybe a chance to turn momentum in their favor here. 1st and 10, ball on the 1-inch line. The fullback Kabinda in the game, and Williams will follow him to the left side for a gain of about 6. Not a bad start to a drive where your quarterback is literally starting in your own end zone, as Williams will get the call on 2nd and 4, and he is right up the middle for a gain of 11 and a big 1st down for the Lions. Now Adrian Peterson checks into the game on 2nd and 8. Blitz is brought, it's picked up by Peterson, and a quick throw to Quintez Cephas on the slant route will have another Detroit Lions 1st down. We're into the 2nd quarter here as Blough will take the snap once again against the blitz. He fires over the middle. There is T.J. Hawkinson across midfield to the 48. David Blough, goal line fumble aside, is 5 for 5 to start today's game, and now faces a 3rd and 3 on Atlanta's 41-yard line. Blough escaping the pocket. He's chased and lost a football again. It's picked up by Hawkinson, but he is dropped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that will be a punt for Detroit. The Falcons will take over on their own 20-yard line. Play action for Ryan. Quick throw. There's Russell Gage across the 30 to the 33-yard line. 1st down Atlanta. Now they'll bring 3 tight ends onto the field, and Ryan will throw quickly. There's Kyle Pitts again, who goes down after a gain of 7. 1 play later, it's 3rd and 3. Detroit showing blitz. Ryan in the pocket. Quick pass is dropped by Pitts, and maybe actually that was knocked away. Here's Jeff Oduka in close coverage there, and sure enough, he got a hand on that one. So the 2nd-year cornerback with a couple of pass breakups, and Detroit will take over on their own 19. Here's a 2nd down handoff. Jamal Williams fighting ahead. There's a nice bruising carry to pick up 13 yards, and it'll be 1st down for the Lions. A false start will make it 1st and 15. Blough back to pass. Fires over the middle. There's Quintez Cephas again, and he takes his time falling down, picking up 10 yards. And 1 play later, it's 3rd and 7. 2 wide receivers right. Blough against a 4-man rush. Quick throw to Hodgins, who can't hang on through the contact. And once again, the Lions will have to punt the ball. Good coverage there by A.J. Terrell. And Atlanta will take over on their own 17. Motioning a tight end over to the other side of the formation. Cordell Patterson is in the backfield, and he will get the call, carrying this one for a gain of 13 as he approaches 50 yards on 9 carries. Patterson is one of those special kinds of players who's been able to reinvent himself over the course of his career. He was drafted in the first round by the Minnesota Vikings as a wide receiver, struggled there but made it as a kick returner. He bounced around the league for a little bit before ending up with the Falcons and impressed them enough to become the team's starting running back. But it's Wayne Gallman in the game on 2nd and 2. Stretch to the left side. Good blocking and plenty of room will lead to a first down into Detroit territory. Now 2nd and 7 at the 31. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. Patterson out of the backfield. Quick throw to the left side. There's Pitts again, stiff-arming aside Will Harris. He's tackled at the 18 as Atlanta inches closer to putting the first points of the game on the board. On 2nd and 4, it is a draw to Patterson, and he might have the first down as we hit the 2-minute warning there. Looked like he may have had some forward progress, and indeed it is first, now 2nd and goal at the 8. Ryan in the shotgun, he's back to pass. Well protected, throw to the right side, and that is caught for the touchdown. Hayden Hurst taking advantage of some soft coverage there in the end zone, runs a quick little underneath route and puts Atlanta on the board 7-0. We are inside the 2-minute warning, but Detroit is going to get a chance at a 2-minute drill here. We do have all 3 timeouts and 1:45 on the clock as David Blough looks to the left side, and I think Cephas caught that to make it 3rd and 3. Against a 3-man rush, 3rd down, and that is just not a good read by Blough. And it's a very quick 3 and out, so Atlanta will have the ball on their own 38 minutes, 7 to go, and they have all of their timeouts as well. A blitz is brought, but Kyle Pitts is wide open. Nobody in front of him, and it's Tracy Walker who finally hauls him down inside the 10 as he burns the Lions again on a blitz. Goal to go Atlanta at the 8-yard line. 58 seconds to go. They lead 7-0. Ryan, well protected, fires underneath, and that is caught at the 2-yard line, and Atlanta spends their 2nd timeout. Now 2nd and goal, again in the goal line formation. They'll try Smith again, who powers his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Smith stays on his feet this time, and Atlanta has scored 2 touchdowns in less than 2 minutes to take a 14-0 lead with 51 seconds to go in the first half. This kind of feels like the 2021 Minnesota Vikings as David Blough takes a shot to the right sideline for Quintez Cephas, who hangs on, but they're saying he's out of bounds. But there will be a review as this is inside 2 minutes, and I think I would have challenged that one if I had the option to anyway. As Cephas climbs a ladder, a one-handed catch. And does he get 2 feet in bounds? Sure looks like it to me. Wow! What a catch. And this one is overturned in favor of the Lions. So a nice gain there. The clock is stopped, and it's 2nd and 10 with 41 seconds to go. Deep drop for Blough, quick throw underneath for TJ Hawkinson, and now Detroit will spend their first timeout. 3rd and 2. Ball on the 49-yard line. The handoff to Williams, who will have the first down and a bit more, and the Lions will spend their 2nd timeout as they approach field goal range. 30 seconds to go. Ball on Atlanta's 43-yard line. David Blough in the shotgun. Play action for Blough. Rolls to his right, sets his feet, takes a deep shot for Cephas, but this is a little bit out of anybody's reach, and it's 2nd and 10. One wide receiver on the left side of the screen. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Four-man rush, and Blough will step up. Here he goes, and sliding underneath to the 26. They will try and go no huddle, but eventually will call the timeout. And with 4 seconds left, they will send out Austin Siebert for a 43-yard attempt. Left hash, and this one is good. So Detroit gives up 2 touchdowns inside the 2-minute warning, but we managed to salvage a field goal at the end of it, as Atlanta's lead is 11 heading into halftime. And we'll take another look at the numbers here in just a minute, but first, it's time to enjoy the fact that our division rival, the Green Bay Packers, were destroyed by Baker Mayfield today, whose 5 touchdowns paced Cleveland to a 42-21 victory. Meanwhile, back in Atlanta, I think the score is a lot closer than the score suggests. We're moving the ball pretty well, and if we can get a couple of stops from our defense, we might be able to get back in this one. David Blough started the game sharp, and our running game is off to a decent start here. And we start the second half with the ball. 1st and 10, our own 27. Here's a delayed handoff to Williams, who will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage to make it 2nd and 10. 2 high safeties for the Falcons. Williams in the backfield. Blough over the middle, and there's a nice catch. Quintez Cephas again. And that will extend the drive here. Now 2nd and 5 from our own 45. Play action. Blough buys time. Fires short. There is Bryant, the tight end, to about the 43 of Atlanta. And we're quickly into Falcons territory. Now 2 tight ends on the field for 2nd and 8 against a blitz. There's Quintez Cephas again on the slant route. Aside from his 2 fumbles, David Blough has played a pretty solid game for us here. He's under center on 2nd and 10, motions out his wide receiver, and Williams will be taken down awkwardly after a gain of 2, maybe 3, to make it 3rd and 7. Hodgins and Hawkinson on the right side of your screen as a blitz is somewhat picked up. Blough gets his one away to the right sideline, and Isaiah Hodgins will have it at the 8. What a grab by the young wide receiver. Take another look at this one. He absolutely mosses A.J. Terrell and gets both feet down in bounds there. Goal to go Detroit on the 8-yard line. Here is 2nd and goal. Blough in the shotgun. Rolling to his right and throws this one to the end zone, and it's knocked away. Quickly 3rd and goal for the Lions. Blough again from the shotgun against a 4-man rush. Drifting to his right. Now throws this to Cephas, who has it. No, it's incomplete. And Detroit is unable to get any closer than the 8-yard line and will once again have to settle for a field goal. This will put the ball back in the hands of Matt Ryan. Play action looking to the left side, and there is Kyle Pitts again. Ryan closing in on 200 yards through the air, and a lot of that damage has been done to number 8. Here's a quick throw, and another Atlanta first down into Detroit territory. Ryan now over 200 yards, and he will spread out the field on 2nd and 8. Atlanta doing most of their damage through the air in today's game, as Ryan will throw this quickly over the middle. There's another catch for Kyle Pitts, who's been lining up in a variety of different places for the Falcons. Now 3rd and 1. Detroit will crowd the line. They will bring 5. It's picked up, and there is another conversion, this time going to Devin Funchess, and he'll get all the way down to the Detroit 22-yard line to extend the Atlanta drive. 1 gain of 9 later, it's 2nd and 1. Ryan again back to pass, and again he will fire this one quick over the middle. Funchess move the chains, and it's goal to go Atlanta at the 8-yard line. 3 tight ends on the left side of the formation. Cordell Patterson in the backfield. Now motioning a tight end right. Matt Ryan under center will hand off to Patterson, who is untouched into the end zone. What an excellent push by the middle of that Atlanta offensive line. Here's Matt Hennessy taking on both Trey Flowers and John Penisini, and it's not even close as he pancakes both of them en route to clearing the way for a 21-6 Falcons lead. I mentioned at halftime that the game was closer than the score suggested, but the difference right now is that Atlanta has been able to finish their drives while the Lions have not been able to find the end zone just yet. We're going to need to see some better situational football from both sides of the ball here for the Lions, as a third down throw goes to Isaiah Hodgins, and that is complete for about 11 yards and the first. Blough has already passed 27 times in this one, but he's nearing 200 yards. And on 2nd and 6, the floater to Hunter Bryant, the hero of the game against the Denver Broncos, will put him over that 200-yard mark and put us into Atlanta territory. Here is 2nd and 8, and Blough will pass again. Short throw to Cephas, who gets away from coverage and will accelerate forward for the first down. So despite the 15-point deficit, there is no quit in this Lions team. Blough under center will motion Cephas to the right, immediately feels a pressure, fires on the move, and he is well off the mark for St. Brown. That will lead to a 3rd and 5. Detroit would like a conversion here. They don't want to settle for another field goal, as Blough will head to the air. He's well protected and fires this one into traffic that is tipped and caught. That was a terrible read that they're lucky to have another chance at. And indeed, James Delgado will keep the offense on the field here. 4th and 3 with the third quarter winding down. The handoff goes to Williams, and he's got the first down and more inside the 15. Very little to lose at that point, and despite some ugly plays by the offense, we find ourselves very much in this one as we head into the fourth quarter. A touchdown here will make it an 8-point game. And it's 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. Peterson will get the call on first down. He's inside the 5 and is tackled at the 1. We've only seen him a couple of times here today, but he's got Detroit knocking on the door of 7 points. And on 1st and goal, Peterson will stay out there. Blough under center, hands off to number 8, who is in for the touchdown. Adrian Peterson plunges in from 1 yard out, and suddenly we have ourselves a one-score game pending the Austin Siebert extra point, which splits the uprights. 21-13 is your score. So the offense finally finds the end zone, but can we get some stops from this defense here? There's a good start as a broken play turns into a loss of 1 and will lead to a 3rd and 13. And in these kinds of situations, you'll have to keep your eye on number 8, Kyle Pitts, running a short route. He will get the football, but he is well shy of the marker. And Detroit's defense comes up with a big 3 and out here to get the ball back in the hands of David Blough in this offense. Has anybody else been pleasantly surprised with how he's been playing here today? I know I have, and I kept calling pass after pass, because that's how we were able to move the football well. But Jamal Williams is still a beast at running back, and he'll pick up 9 yards on that carry. And he's been a big part in our rushing attack, going from the number 32 ranked unit up to the number 24 ranked unit since we started this series. 1st and 10 on our own 27. Handoff again goes to Williams. He breaks a tackle and picks up a hard-earned 3 yards to make it 2nd and 7. Blough checks in at running back. Play action. Blough rolling to his right. He's in trouble and fires downfield for Cephas, who hauls that one in at the 31-yard line. Quintez Cephas, everybody. He's now over 100 yards on the day on 9 catches. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Adrian Peterson in the game. They'll toss it to the left side, and he's got a lane. Peterson inside the 10, inside the 5, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 3. Excellent blocking there. Great play call, and suddenly Detroit is 3 yards away from a game-tying 2-point attempt. It's 1st and goal. Peterson in the game, motioning in. They'll try the same play to the right side, but this time Atlanta is ready for it, and Peterson is dropped for a loss of 5 to make it 2nd and goal. Blough under center on 2nd down. 2 tight ends left. Williams back in the game. 2 high safeties for Atlanta. And the quick throw over the middle will bring them back to the 3-yard line. There's Cephas with his 10th grab of the day. And it's 3rd and goal. And this is an interesting formation on 3rd and goal by the Falcons. Just one player lined up to the left of Frank Ragnow, and Jamal Williams takes it in, but there's a flag on the play. And they're zooming in on an offensive lineman that looks like Taylor Decker. They've got him called for a holding penalty in the end zone. And I'm not sure I agree with this one. It looked like a pretty normal block to me. But it will back them up 9 yards to the 12-yard line and make converting this a lot more difficult. 3rd and goal, play action for Blough. Taking a shot to the end zone, and that is way off the mark for Hodgins, who was open in the back of the end zone. And the Lions will have to settle for another field goal to make it 21-16. I figured out on that series how difficult it is to find a player wearing all black inside of an all black end zone, as that pass goes through the hands of Hayden Hurst. 3rd and 10. Ryan in the shotgun against a 4-man rush. He's well protected. Now the pocket is collapsing. Takes a shot downfield. That is caught by Russell Gage. He's still going. And if the Lions lose this game, that is one of the plays that will come back to haunt them. A complete breakdown by the pass rush, as now Atlanta has it 2nd and 8 on Detroit's 21-yard line. At the very least, barring a turnover, they're going to make it an 8-point game again with a field goal as Matt Ryan goes to the air. There's another catch for Kyle Pitts, who is stopped just shy of the marker. 3rd and inches coming up with just under 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's crunch time here for this defense. They need a stop as Matt Ryan, well protected, fires over the middle. Kyle Pitts inside the 5. He's been uncoverable here today, and it's goal to go Atlanta at the 3. So we have one more stop in this defense. 1st and goal. Ryan under center, hands off to Patterson, and he runs into Trey Flowers at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal. The clock will continue to run. Now just over 3 minutes to go. Patterson again tries the left side, and he's taken down at the 2. It's 3rd and goal, and Kyle Smith is on the field. He's gotten the ball in a couple of these situations here today. Wayne Gallman also in the backfield, and they will try Gallman to the right side, and he redirects, and he's taken down at the 4. And now if you're Atlanta, that's a play that's going to come back to bite you if you lose this one. He had a clear path to the end zone and still tried to bounce it outside, didn't keep up his speed, and comes back inside. So the Falcons are forced to kick a field goal, and the lead is just 8. So Detroit with a chance to tie the game. They've got 1:53, all 3 timeouts, and David Blough making the connection. There is Amon-Ra St. Brown for a 1st down. They'll need a couple more of those if they want to get in striking distance here. 1st and 10 on the 37 against a 4-man rush. Blough drifting way back in the pocket, fires to the right sideline for Hodgins, and that's incomplete. 2nd and 10 with 1:28 to go. Jamal Williams to his right in the shotgun. Through wide receivers left, Hawkinson slot right. Blough off of play action. Drifting back in the pocket, taking a deep shot for St. Brown, who cannot haul it in. 3rd and 10, and we are in 4-down territory here. Spreading the field out 5 wide. Blough looking for his tight end Bryant, and that's an unforced error. And now it's do or die time for Detroit. 4th and 10. Blough to the air, under pressure, throws this one incomplete. And Atlanta will escape with the victory here as they're able to run out the clock. I missed that Hawkinson was wide open on that final play, and I'll talk a little bit about my quarterback play as well here as we get into the post-game statistics. This game was definitely winnable. David Blough played well above his ratings, and despite not finding the end zone, he had the best statistical game of any of our quarterbacks in this series so far. That being said, this was a game that made me realize that I really need to step up my game as a quarterback. Watching back on the game film, I'm drifting backwards just out of muscle memory or habit on just about every single play, and it's really making what should be easy throws a lot more difficult for the quarterbacks. So that's something I need to work on just by myself in practice mode. I also mentioned this earlier, but Atlanta's all-black jerseys looked cool, but given the camera angle I was using, made them disappear into their end zone whenever we were down in that area of the field. There were a couple of times where I held onto the ball because I couldn't clearly tell where a defender was and where they weren't, and that came back to bite us on our final offensive play of the game. Here's a screen cap of that play just before I decided to release the ball. And I actually had to go back and take a second look at this play because I was convinced that there is a defender standing right in the middle of the Atlanta Falcons logo. Of course, there's no guarantee that we would have been able to complete the comeback even if we had converted that fourth down, so I'm not going to blame the loss on the computer's uniforms. There were certainly plenty of missed opportunities and mistakes that kept us from ever holding a lead in today's game. We didn't execute well inside the red zone, we lost the turnover battle, and we allowed Kyle Pitts to run all over our defense. He had 13 catches for 174 yards, and it seemed that he was wide open on every single play. Our pass rush was also abysmal as we failed to sack a 36-year-old Matt Ryan and basically failed to pressure him throughout the game. He had clean pockets whenever we rushed just 4, and whenever we blitzed, he'd find Kyle Pitts for a ridiculously long gain. Defensive struggles aside, I thought that Jeff Ojuka had a pretty solid game for us, and on the offensive side of the ball, Jamal Williams continued to be a very strong contributor for us, and of course Quintez Cephas had a monster game, 10 catches, 110 yards, as he's been my go-to target in this series so far. I'm very excited to continue developing him as he looks to be one of the offensive weapons that we can rely on. He was all over the field today. He made catches in traffic, he made catches when plays broke down, he made catches by running good routes. He just flashed his playmaking ability no matter what he was asked to do in today's game. Isaiah Hodgins had a highlight reel catch for us and a couple of other grabs as well, and Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't really get a chance to show his stuff, so I'm going to throw these 3 wide receivers out again next game against the Seahawks and see how well we do. This game also has me wanting to give David Blough another start and see if this is an outlier or something he could do more consistently, because he's certainly cheaper than Jared Goff if we need him as a backup quarterback going forward. There's also some honors to take a look at as the college football season has just about wrapped up. With us needing help at every single position, there are some names to take a look at here. Brenton Gillisley is the nation's top pass rusher, while Steve Knowles is named the best quarterback in the nation. There's also players like Jason Odom, the wide receiver out of New Hampshire, who hasn't really been on my draft board but is still getting recognition here. The Heisman goes to Texas A&M running back Amari Bullock, while Landry Jackson surprises absolutely nobody by winning Best Offensive Tackle in college football. But the one that really excited me was quarterback Bob Hairston, lighting up the scoreboard in a bowl victory for Florida. He's been on my radar since day one, and it's looking like he might be a safer pick than what I'd originally anticipated. But here's a look at some of the award winners. Steve Knowles wins Best Quarterback in the nation. The knock on him is his low stamina, which really comes into effect late in games. Brenton Gillisley is the nation's top pass rusher, as I mentioned earlier. We do need a pass rush, but we don't know too much about him. Our scouting efforts have been focused elsewhere, so I'm hesitant to spend a high pick on someone I know so little about. Jason Odom is 24 years old, but that is some pretty prestigious hardware he just brought home, and he is projected to go somewhere in rounds 3 and 4. He's got solid physical tools, but again, we don't know too much about his skills. Wide receiver will definitely be more of a focus for us next season. But that's all for today's episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. Our next game is against the Seattle Seahawks, which should challenge both sides of the ball for us. But until then, have a good one. Be sure to leave a like, and like always, I will catch you next time.